Floyd gets, that we need a sustainable economy. He gets the economic benefits of becoming renewable energy and water and food self-sufficient, and the security benefits of doing those things. And that's really what we need. A visionary, a man who's open to new ideas, is not part of the establishment yet. In a way, he is, because he's a well-known Democrat and has been president of the local Democratic Party. Has served with, I don't know, I've got his resume here, but I won't go into all the details of it. You can check that out on his website. But I'm basically asking all my supporters to support Floyd and support me in my efforts to support Floyd. So here he is.
People know Jim, and one of the reasons I think it's important to have his endorsement is that he is known to what he knows. He's known for that. The appropriate technology period of time, the actual practice of trying to bring environmental issues to the top of the table. Not only just talk about it, but do something. Words are really easy to throw out there, but there's a huge difference between words and just saying something and doing something. I think you can only judge by a person's action. That's really the best way to say anything, but it's how do you act and what do you do that counts. Most of you know that I've been really, really active in San Diego. President of the United Nations Association. I'm currently on the executive board there, and I really believe strongly in a global approach. I've been president of the Rotary Club in Mission Valley. We started a corporation on the global warming, global change, and they drafted me to be their president for the centennial year next year. The last 3 years, I've been the recipient of the Rotarian International Award, simply because my interest was there. I've been chairman of the Democratic Party for this county. I was president of a foundation called Basic Economic Education, because I had been involved in teaching out at San Diego State a course called Economics of Taxation. And I taught it at Mesa College, and this was just something that I was very interested in. I literally studied the economics that was involved, and every president that has served a four-year term only, without exception, have been in economic hard times. Every mayor of every major city where there was a huge upset, it's been the economics. And it is. It's an economic issue. We're all concerned with it. I wouldn't be running, believe it or not, in my view, literally, simply if Saunders and the guy that's trying to buy it weren't the target. Well, we have an opportunity because of the 14% bulge of the Democratic in the last election. That 14% bulge for John Kerry in the City of San Diego. Think in terms of that. Think also we got 28,000 new registered Democrats this year. That's huge. But you start splitting up the vote. And I love Jim's analysis that he gave me that said he split it up and he showed how that even in the primary, theoretically, if most of the Democrats know that you're a Democrat, and believe me, they will know that we're a Democrat. I've been only to about 5 Democratic events now, just in this, including the La Jolla Democratic Club. But it gets around so quick, and the internet makes that possible. This ABCs of politics, I know them. I know the ABCs, and that you've got to have knowledge in what you're doing. I don't care what it politics being lower. I'm going to act on the local level. I want to think on the global level. Avoid war, waste, and corruption. Avoid it. And the things that are there now, we're spending $2 billion every single day. Every day we've got right now, it's now over $700 billion. And I was a peace activist back in the Vietnam era, literally. They selected me as the chairman of the Peace Coalition here in San Diego. And I chaired 20-something groups, almost 30, that got together and protested. And sure enough, that eventually we won out. I also chaired the nuclear weapons freeze campaign because I felt strongly that that's a dangerous, dangerous thing to society. Because we're in a sad, sad situation economically. Literally. This is the worst it's been since I was born. I was born in the Depression. Think about that, 1933, the same day that FDR was inaugurated in office, January the 20th. I think that you got to be a change agent. That's number B. And if you're not, why be in it? If you're not a change agent, changing, I always say, let's just endorse it. Let's embrace it. Change is inevitable. But most of the time, the establishment and everything we do is fighting change. You got to experiment. You got to change. Anyway, I see, and this is me in terms of even our campaign will be keep a clean air, clean water, clean food, clean politics. You got to clean up the whole. It becomes corrosive after a while, and the people. I don't want a policeman for our mayor. We passed over Jerry Sanders when I was on the city council. He applied to be the police chief. I didn't think having somebody that was involved with the Red Squad was the way to go, and I opposed it. They bugged my laws. That was terrible. I don't want a police state, and I don't want some billionaire or millionaire, multimillionaire, simply buying an office. And that's what's really up right now. We're going to have a huge number of endorsements. Bob is going to do it, Tuesday? Next week. I think that he's the best known right now, a Democrat in San Diego County, certainly the most powerful. Bob is the chair of the Veterans Committee in Congress. And we will have the endorsement of the Democratic establishment. I will accept it. I'm not sure that in some cases that I'll go along with some of the Democratic establishment and what they might want to go on and do, but certainly on a local level, we're going to change things. Okay?